y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So if you watched my grocery haul, you will know that this video is going to be all about the meals I made for this week. It's going to be a cook with me. So I had a little bit of change of plans. I only made 3 meals because things are just busy. You understand how it is. So make sure you keep on watching so you know the healthy meals that I made. These were so delicious, and I'll tell you my favorites at the end. So for the first recipe, we're making crockpot skinny chicken taco soup, and I just sprayed my crockpot with some coconut spray I got from Dollar Tree. Then I added in some chicken breast, and you can do this frozen or thawed. Then I just covered the chicken with some salsa of your liking. Then you add some seasoning. So here I added some chili powder, some Himalayan salt because it's less sodium, some cumin, and I'll have all the recipes and listed in the description box down below. I always just sprinkle some things in. You're going to see that throughout the video. The cumin I actually measured out. And we're also going to add in some garlic as well. Then I added some yellow onion. I just diced this up pretty evenly. I like to just keep those kind of big. Then I added black beans. I prefer you add low sodium because it's healthier, but this is all I had in the cupboard. I ate the other ones earlier this week. And then you drain them, of course. Forgot to mention that you wash and drain them and then put them in the crock pot. I also added pinto beans because I thought that would just give it more flavor, more sustenance, and you drain and wash those as well. Then I had these left over in my fridge from some snacking earlier this week. They're just the mini bell peppers, and I chopped those up pretty finely, and you can see that my cutting board is kind of wiggling. So I'm going to show you a little kitchen hack. I kind of made this up when I was in college because I was so upset with my cutting board just flying around. So I got my paper towel a little damp and wrung it out, and then you just fold it back out to its flat original shape and place it underneath the cutting board. And it's pretty grippy, so it works for me. So why don't you guys just try it out? Finish chopping up those peppers and just threw those in the crock pot. This is just one of those dump and go recipes, which I really appreciate. Then when everything was in there, I just added some more different seasonings on top. I know I'm doing everything so out of order. Just added some pepper, a little bit of cayenne pepper, depends on how spicy you like it. We just like it a little bit, enough to notice it, but not so overbearing. And then I added some low sodium chicken broth. I used the bouillon cubes because it's just cheaper this way. I mixed it with some water. I dumped that all in there and then give it a good stir. Place the lid on it and put it on high for 4 hours. Okay guys, so it is now been 4 hours since I started it, about 4 hours and 45 minutes maybe. And I just took out the chicken breast and just started to shred it. And I'm gonna put, I know it looks so messy right here because this is the only cutting board I have clean. So I just shredded the chicken and I'm just gonna throw it back into the pot. It is darker now at nighttime, but as you can see, it is like a little too liquidy, so I might add some cornstarch to make that a little bit thicker. But I tell you what, this smells so good. I'm so ready to dig into this with a little bit of sprinkled cheese on top and maybe some tortilla strips and call it a night. This is how it turned out. I forgot to add the corn, but I didn't have any, so that will all be in the recipe below. This is my husband's little bowl, and he just topped it with a little bit of cheese, and it was so delicious. Next is the grilled shrimp tacos. This was my favorite recipe of the week. I had to hand peel the tails off because I bought the wrong kind of bag, but it's whatever. My hands will just stink like fish for a couple days. So after I got the shrimp peeled and thawed, just put them on this plate, and I'm going to put some seasonings on them, and I will let you know what that is. So the recipe calls for butter, but I'm just going to use some of this olive oil instead to be a little healthier. And then we are going to use lemon pepper, little touch of Cajun. Some onion powder. A touch of cumin. Oh my gosh, I'm not even telling you the measurements. Because like honestly, this is how I do. I just do like a tad of each. I'll have the recipes linked down below in the description box, of course. A little bit of seasoning salt. Oops. And then I'm going to use some lime juice, some salt, chili powder, and cayenne pepper. And then I'm also, it calls for dried cilantro, but I'm just going to use this little frozen cube that I got from Walmart. It's like already frozen and ready for you to pop in this pan if you're grilling something. So I'm going to use this. So basically you're just going to powder all of this over this side of the shrimp and then flip them and then do the same thing over so that everything is coated. And then you're just going to pop it on the olive oil pan and grill that up. So now I'm just grilling it, and as you can see I put in that little cilantro cube and it's just melting in there, and I'm going to mix it in every once in a while. So these are already pre-cooked, so all I need to do is just get them warmed up a little bit and then get them a little sear, a grilled sear on the outside, because I love my shrimp nice and grilled and crispy. And then they will just be ready for the tacos. Really super easy, and it smells delicious. I did not get a picture of these. I'm so upset by that, but they were so delicious. I just paired them with some avocados, some black beans, some corn, and some salsa on top, and they were absolutely delicious. The next recipe was my chicken super salad. We had a little bit of a change of plans. I didn't have any garlic nor enough chicken to do Parmesan crusted baked chicken, so I had Daniel just get some regular chicken breast. And what'd you put on these?
I don't know.
He doesn't know.
Some all season, some
all
lemon,
season,
a little bit of black pepper, some onion. You want to eat this?
What do you want? Bacon?
Have a little piece of bacon. See what that does.
Leo's on the all keto diet.
I like that.
And some onion powder, just things like that, but try to do low sodium. And we're gonna do some. Okay. That one's yours.
I need more.
Okay, we're labeling. That one's yours now. We're gonna stew like fresh spinach salad with grilled chicken. I call this like a super salad. Oh, that bacon's kind of high in sodium.
I don't care.
Alright, it's already on there though, I guess.
Yeah. So, hi, baby.
Then we're just gonna put our favorite vegetables on there.
Let me go. Let me go. Let me go.
Okay?
Let me go.
And then I'll show you what it looks like at the end.
So I just started off by placing some fresh spinach on my plate, and of course I'm using paper plates because this mama is just tired after the whole week. On Fridays I watch Emery and Rosie, my nieces, and I am just done. So I used these grape tomatoes and I just chopped them up into 2 or 3 pieces so they're easier to eat, and place those around the salad. You guys know how a salad works, I'm just showing you what I put on mine. Then I just topped it with some Colby and Monterey Jack cheese. Then I used some leftover pinto beans that I had this week and placed those on there to give it a little more flavor. Then I added the grilled chicken and some fresh blueberries. These were so delicious. I love fruit on my salads. Then of course I have to have a little bit of crunch, so I added some of these lightly salted almonds. Then for the dressing, I found this on Pinterest, and I don't know if I would just die over it, but I added a little bit of honey and some apple cider vinegar and some lemon juice. It was okay, but it didn't ruin the salad, and it didn't also just make me crave it, but it was okay for that. So basically you could just make your own dressing because ranch is not in my diet. Then I just sprinkled some of that on top of my salad, just enough to get it a little moist, and that was so delicious. I loved the fresh spinach, and it just looked so pretty and colorful, and actually it filled me up pretty well. So that was it for this video of my cook with me. I hope you guys enjoyed these recipes, and don't forget to check them out in the description box below, and also subscribe because I would love to have you here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.